What is up, YouTube? Or internet? YouTube, internet, hello everyone who's watching this right now. I've never done one of these before. I don't really know how you're supposed to start them. Hello everyone. For a while now I've wanted to kind of talk about what this channel is and kind of what it means to me, why it started in the first place, and kind of where it's going, because I think the majority of you have probably been watching this channel since the beginning. And there's probably a lot of you who I know personally, or you knew Micah in high school, and like that's how you discovered the channel. That's kind of where we got big, like our big break, I guess you could say. And I'll get into that in a little bit. But first I just wanted to start and talk about how this channel started. For those of you who have never seen anything except for maybe my recent stuff, or if this is the first video you're watching, I think it's really important to give a little history and just talk about why this channel is so important to me. So I have been making videos for as long as I've been big enough to be able to hold a camera. I used to use my dad's. He had this old Sony camera that I would film on, and it was a tape camera, so we would just film over stuff once it got full, and we would never change the tape or anything. In fact, I tried to extract the tape recently to see what was on it, and the camera is so like busted that I can't even turn it on, and I can't eject the tape. So I might have to try taking it apart, but I don't want to damage what's in there. So that's going to be a long process, but hopefully if I'm able to do that, I could either release some of that stuff, or even just personally just to look back on it would be really cool, because there's some really old stuff on there. But anyways, back on track. I would film myself playing with Legos or toys as a little kid, and not like stop motion stuff. I would literally just set the camera down on the floor and be behind it, and then put my arms in front of the camera and just make the longest videos ever, and then want to show my parents, and they'd be like, this is pretty funny, but it's like really long. Like, maybe you could like make it a little shorter? Maybe you could plan it out first? And I was like, no, this is quality stuff. This is gold. Yeah, I've always loved movies, and I've loved video storytelling for as long as I can remember. I just think it's so cool, and it's easy to do. It's not easy to do it well. Cameras are so accessible, and they kind of became accessible as I was growing up, that it was easy to make videos, whether or not they were good. It was easy to make them. And I loved that. So me and Micah, who is in almost all of my videos, or I should say our videos, him and I would make stuff all the time. It was me, him, and Carson, who has his own channel called Pasta Chibro. You should check it out. He just released a new video called The Speech. It's super classic. But yeah, us three, we kind of grew up together. We lived in the same neighborhood, and we would just make videos. We would just set the camera up, and then all three of us would be in it. And then I started using iMovie, so then I could cut out the lulls, or if we started to make edits that we thought were the coolest thing ever, we would start to do that. So what really started to kick off me wanting to share these videos is, this started probably in 5th grade. Anytime that there was a project that had a video option, so like record a commercial or like make a video explaining this book or this historical figure, that I would always choose that every single time. And I would usually have Micah involved, or some of my classmates involved, Nate being one of them. Nate, if you're watching this, I miss you, dude. We would just make these videos, and I thought it was so much fun, and I would get good grades on them because they would turn out good for a 5th grader, you know? That was really what started me wanting to share what we were making. It was no longer just for fun. It was kind of like, oh, like this is actually funny, or this is actually like, I'm kind of proud of this. I want to share it. So I posted a lot on Facebook, actually. That was originally where I put a few of my videos that aren't even on YouTube. So if you're following me on Facebook, I'm not on there often, but if you scroll all the way back down, you can find Brawl, which is a classic, and then Apocalypse 2012 with Nate and Colin, and Apocalypse 2012 2. So I started a channel that was called Blue Turtle 28, and that's where I started just uploading all of these school projects, and that's kind of where it was all condensed. The channel is still up, so if you look up Blue Turtle 28, you can find it. There's just a bunch of random wacky videos on there. So come junior high, I started using Final Cut Pro. Micah and I kind of start making videos a little bit more regularly, or we have more ideas. We always wanted to be carrying a camera around, and horror videos specifically. For some reason, we really wanted to make a good horror movie, and we would film them all the time, and they're so bad. There might be one on the Blue Turtle 28 channel, and it's It's just awful. It's so bad. And we filmed it like found footage style, which is just absolutely, it's just bad. But we just loved making quick, dumb, funny videos. And I don't think that's changed. I don't think the channel will ever just be a place where professional projects are shared and stored. I think it'll always be a personal but public creative outlet, because that's what YouTube has always been for me. It hasn't been about views or subscribers, although it's great to share the videos and I love showing them to friends. Like once I got to college, as soon as I would make a friend, I would show them the channel and say like, here's my friends from home, here's my house. And it's still a fun thing to share, but I don't think it's ever been about the viewer. And that might sound kind of selfish, but I don't mean it in that way at all. What I mean is that it's simply a creative outlet for me that happens to be for public viewing. And I love that. And I don't shy away from that at all. But there are moments from those videos that I remember, not because of how funny the videos are, but because of what was happening behind the camera and the process of making the video and getting my friends together, driving out somewhere where we were gonna go film, finding a new location that's like abandoned, that would be great for a setting for a video. All of these things that are tied to the videos and to the channel that are completely unknown to you guys. And those are some of the things that I remember most. Most of my high school experience can be traced throughout the videos. Once high school hit, that is around the time where the channel really started growing to what it's become, or not what it's become, but what it became. Sophomore year of high school with Christian, who is in a lot of the videos from Cinco de Hot Dog up until Antique Bear or Taco Bear Fight 9, one of those. And we had Con Ed together. Total blow off class. Christian and I were just at my house trying to finish up a bunch of late assignments that we were gonna try to turn in by like the last day of class or something. And instead of doing that, we were like, hey, why don't we make a video? So we call Micah, he comes over, and we make Cinco de Hot Dog, probably one of the dumbest videos ever, but it was so much fun to make, and people thought it was just so funny. The randomness of it just made it what it was, and that kind of became our staple. And after that video is when things really started to kick off, where we would post a little bit more regularly, and suddenly we wanted to make videos even more in our free time. It was a hobby. It still is a hobby, and that's what I can't stress enough. This channel is so near and dear to my heart because we've always started hanging out, and then the ideas start to form, and then we just run with it and start filming. And that was kind of the pattern for most of my high school years. Getting together with friends, making dumb videos, putting them up on the channel, telling everyone to go watch them, and sharing them on Instagram, and that was just kind of what we did. And we never got very huge, which is good. If we had gotten really big, then I would have had to start looking more at trends and starting to kind of follow a formula, and that was never really what our goal was. Some point down the road, Micah started his own channel, which has a few videos on it as well. You should check that one out. It was an awesome time, and I'm so glad that I have all... Excuse me. I'm so glad that we have a space for these memories and this super important time in our lives. Honestly, I took one video editing class in high school, and it was not super helpful. We used like Final Cut 7. I don't know why, because that's like really old and terrible. But most of what I've learned with video editing has just been through continuously making the dumbest videos ever, but not much has changed. The videos are still so wacky and so random and kind of meaningless at their core, but the quality has slowly improved as we get better cameras, or as I start learning how to do new techniques, trying new things. It's kind of just become this conglomerate of hilariously weird content, and I don't plan on getting rid of any of it, ever. It is all there to stay. I mean, unless my channel gets like shut down for copyright or something, which honestly in YouTube's current state wouldn't surprise me at all. Once I graduated high school, things kind of started slowing down on the channel. Micah is 2 years younger than me, so when I graduated, he was only about to go into his junior year. Once I went off to school in Chicago, there was definitely like a big lull. And that was kind of a rough time because for so long I had this active outpour of creativity, and that kind of slowed down once I got to school because I didn't have that core group of people that were like, hey, you want to make a video tonight? Or hey, let's make a video. Or hey, I have this idea for a video, let's do it. And I kind of didn't do that much. And looking back, that was definitely something that I really longed for. The summer of 2018 is when Micah and I had this idea for a video that we wanted to include as many people in as possible and actually plan it out, which is crazy for us because we never plan out our videos. It is always on the nose, improvising, ad-libbing. We kind of just come up with the next shot as it comes. But this video, we planned out a shot list and locations and who was gonna play who, the whole story we had done before we started filming. So at the end of the summer of 2018, we started filming that. It's almost done. It's been really hard to try to keep filming it because it was the last few weeks of summer. We couldn't get all the pieces together and all the people that we needed. But hopefully either this summer or in the near future, we will be able to completely finish that video, post it, because I think it's one of our best yet. And it's different because we actually planned it. So now let's talk about where the channel is right now and where it's going. A lot of the videos that have been up there in the past few months are a whole new group of people, which are very near and dear to my heart. That group is called Informal. It's the improv team at Moody Bible Institute. Yes, you heard me correctly. I am on a Christian college improv team, which is amazing. It's been one of the most life-changing experiences I've ever had that have just taught me so much, but that's getting off track. So one of the reasons why that group has been on the channel so much is because we perform shows for the student body at Moody. The shows always open with a video before we run down and start performing, and then there's usually a second video that plays during a transition time after a skit or something like that. That's become one of my favorite parts about being on the team is directing, sometimes writing the scripts and making these silly videos that we'll have at our shows. And that kind of reopened the door into being able to release content at a little bit more of a regular pace again, which is just awesome. And then Chris Osentowski and I have also made a few videos just on our own as well, and you should also check out his channel because he makes some pretty funny stuff too. Shout out to you, brother. I don't know why I pointed with my pinky. Is that a thing? Does this look cool? Is it cool if I do that? One of the more recent videos that came out was called Micah. The occasion for that video was Micah's graduation party. His dad texted me and said, hey, I'd love for you to compile a video that's just a bunch of scenes of Micah from all of your guys' past videos and up until now. And I thought, that's an amazing idea. So of course I did it. It took me a very long time to go through the videos, but I knew almost exactly everything that I wanted to pick out. Some of the really funny moments can come to mind just like that. Putting that video together made me realize how special the channel is and how special of a friend Micah is to me. We've been doing this for a while now. And like it says at the beginning of the video, my co-director, actor, and brother. And it's really cool to see where we're going next as individuals because he's going off to school now. And that's another thing I realized when I made that video is, man, I don't know when the next time is that we'll be able to really just make stuff like this anymore. It's like the end of an era. And Mike is going to be going off to Huntington in the fall, which I'm super proud of him for, and he's going to do great there, studying film, my man. And this summer is kind of the last summer where we're for sure home. And that's always been the thing we can lean on is, okay, well, when I'm home for break, we can make this video. There's just not going to be as much opportunity to be working together. But I know that we're always going to keep collaborating together on different projects whenever we can. By the end of this summer, that's definitely going to change. But we're not saying goodbye. I'm not gonna stop posting on the channel. I think there's always gonna be something coming out, whether it's through my improv team or something that I just make because I'm bored in my room from doing homework, or I do get together with a few friends and we decide to make something really quick. I'm not going to stop posting on the channel. I can tell you with confidence that it's not going to be consistent, but it's not dead, and I'm not gonna let it die out. For those of you who have been here since the beginning, I just want to say thank you, and I'm glad you've stuck around this long and have seen the progression of this creative process. For those of you who haven't seen like any of my videos, thanks for watching this one, and also feel free to just start checking them out. The videos are pretty sporadic in release date and content. So since this is the end of an era, I kind of wanted to end this with just a little homage to everything so far. This means a lot to me, and we're not really big, and I like that because it makes it feel a little bit more personal. And these videos will always be such an important part of my life, not just in the time that they took place, but I think I'm always gonna look back on these with a smile and just be able to see all the fond memories, because not a lot has changed since I started making pointless videos with Legos and toys, to putting my face on a mug and talking to it. It has been such a joy to create through this medium. Even though there's a lot of changes happening, my best friend is moving to Indiana for school, and I'll be back in Chicago. As far as the channel is concerned, not much has changed.
Let's watch this now.
You're no pop star.
Like, look around a little bit.
Oh wait, you should see me.
Yeah. Oh, true. We
I'll be
forgot
over
to
there.
get Chris's like shots. We'll do them right now.
Go ahead.
Hold on.
You're gonna see me, so turn it to the right, yeah.
Come on! 15 minutes till impact! I'm getting this. He's the hula cowboy from space! No, that was stupid. Okay, wait, I have a really good idea.
Thank you guys so much for watching this. If you want to subscribe, go ahead and do so. Comment your favorite video on this channel. Isn't that how most YouTubers like close out their videos? Like and subscribe, hit the notification button, and comment. And best comment gets a $20 Amazon gift card. I don't have any of that. I'm super broke right now. Leave a like, leave a comment if you want to, and thanks for watching.